Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Built for the Stage. This is Joe Roscoe, founder and host of Built for the Stage, Broadway's #1 fitness platform. If you haven't tried out a free trial yet, go to builtforthestage.com and we'll be on our way to 7 days working together on an interactive fitness app. Built for the Stage has the goal of marrying a pursuit in theater with a pursuit of a better journey in the fitness space. So if you're needing some help in training like an athlete, because that's what you are as an actor, hit us up, builtforthestage.com. All right, let's get on to our special guest today. Special guest as always. I recently took a trip out to London, and the first full night that I was there, I didn't have plans to see a show just yet. And I'm pretty sure I was going like up the escalator, down in the tube, as they say, or the subway for us New Yorkers. And there were all these posters for this play called Life of Pi. So I started to check it out online, and I saw there was some like puppeteering going on, kind of similar to like a war horse vibe. I could tell that it was a very like physical show, and it was a play on top of it. And you know, admittedly, I'm seeing musicals a lot. So I was like, let's start this trip off with a play. It won the Olivier Award for Best New Play. And I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I got connected with some of the cast. And our guest right now is currently in the cast of Life of Pi and just blown away by the production once again. So I'm really excited for our first West End guest in our series coming up here, all the way across from the pond. Please welcome Tanvi Virmani. Hey, Tanvi.
Hello.
Thanks for being on. Appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right, so you're starting out your career with a bang. You made your West End debut. You just finished up school, I guess in May. We were chatting before hitting record here. Tell us a little bit just about was this in your career trajectory, in your foresight, thinking, you know what, I'm gonna graduate, and months later, I'm just gonna make my West End debut.
No, no, not at all. I mean, when I first started school, I just had the mindset of I'm going to try my best. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm just going to see what comes out of that. And I didn't want to have. I mean, obviously, I had goals, but I didn't want to have any expectations for what happened afterwards.
Yeah,
uh, so it's just been lovely, and I've just been trying to soak it all in and enjoy, and I've learned so much from this whole experience, even from auditioning for other stuff. It's just because I was auditioning for this whilst I was doing The Tempest. So, like, even just like time managing and trying to split between the two of rehearsing for The Tempest and then also doing separate auditions. And
hmm
yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but it's been fun.
we'll tap into that a little bit more in a second, but let's rewind just to get to know you a bit. Are you originally from the UK area in London? Where are you about? Because something I learned is like people are from everywhere across Europe that are in the West End. So yeah, tell us a little bit about growing up and how you ended up in London if you weren't already, born there in the first place.
So I was born in Dubai,
Okay.
and I lived there for 3 years, and then came to London. I'm originally from India, and oh no, I lived in Reading, so outskirts of London. I grew up in Reading. I have a younger sister, um, who's 15 months younger than me, and she was really into ballet growing up, and I was really into drama and acting. So my parents really encouraged us to have extracurricular activities outside of school. They always pushed us to do well in school, but to have other hobbies. And for me, drama was a hobby for a while. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't even do A-level drama. I didn't. Uh, and then once I started the National Youth Theatre and I did the junior course on there when I was 17, that's when I was like, oh, I want to do this properly. And I auditioned for drama schools, and then now I'm still on that journey.
Amazing. And your family, they were supportive of like a pursuit of the arts further than just
Oh,
hobby?
yeah, yeah, definitely. It was such a nice balance because they pushed my sister and I to do well in school, but they really also did push us to do other stuff. Like my mum enrolled us. I was busy almost every day after school doing something or the other. Like whether it was drama, I did ice skating for a bit, did piano lessons. Like we were always doing something outside of school as well.
Got
So
it.
yeah,
And then
it's
when you went off to school, this was close by or was it far away? Where is, I guess, the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School? Is that
it's
in like right in London?
it's like I'd say like under 3 hour drive from London.
Okay.
Um, so about an hour and a half on the train. It's in Bristol, so not too far, an easy commute. But it was really, really nice not being in London and not training in London because now moving here, London is still such a luxury to me.
Mm,
And it was just nice because Bristol is busy, but it's also quite quaint and there are bits of it that are just nice and quiet, and it was just nice to have that
yeah.
and not be, surrounded by the busyness of London all the time. And it did also have its own art scene, like it's a very artsy place, and it's got a great theatre scene as well. So everyone, like people in my year, we've all been saying like we're just very happy to be in Bristol and to have trained there and not have trained in London.
Got it.
So
Now that
yeah.
now that you're in London, would you, if you could take the West End to Bristol, would you rather it be there or do you prefer London over Bristol?
Oh, I think I prefer London. I don't know. I think there's something about, especially where like Life of Pi is and Leicester Square, that area. It's just so nice and vibrant that I just every time I'm in London, I just feel motivated, to
Yeah.
do something. There's always so much to do, like exhibitions to go to, concerts to go to, plays to watch, so much more plays to watch. That yeah, you can never really if you want to go and do something, you always have something to do. I love it.
All right, let's zoom in on that a little bit for all of our Broadway fans that might have not been to London. What's a few of your favorite extracurricular curricular things to do outside of going to the theater?
Oh, I love the South Bank Centre. I've been harping on about this for ages, but I just love it there. It's got so many. It's in Waterloo, and it's got amazing talks. Like they do some poetry like events. They do art exhibitions. I went to one. Have you seen I May Destroy You with
No.
Michaela? Oh, there's this really, really good TV show called I May Destroy You. And the creator of it, Michaela Cole, she stars in it as well. I went to South Bank and I saw a talk that she did with the editor of British Vogue, and she interviewed him, and it was just so inspiring, and I just yeah, and there's so much. So there's South Bank Centre. I went to the Wallace Museum as well last week with my friends. It's down Bond Street. It's just this French museum, and they have loads of like French art and um, French like architecture, furniture. It's amazing. I really recommend.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so jumping in to Life of Pi, you joined the cast later on, yes? Maybe late 2021, or when was it that you officially joined the cast?
I joined the cast in August, this
In
August.
August. Okay, amazing. Okay, cool. So it hasn't been very long. How's
No,
how's it been like? What was the process like? It's a very different show in a way, obviously. Actually, for everyone that's listening, give us like just I obviously was at the show and know what it's about, but give us your brief synopsis on the show, and just to give our listeners a little bit of a perspective of what your play is all about.
I think. um, so
without giving away the good stuff, because there is a nice little twist in there, eh?
yes, there is. I won't mention that though. Um, it's about a 17-year-old boy who lives in Pondicherry in India, and there's a shipwreck, and he's left on a boat with a tiger and other animals.
I like it.
It's his survival story and how he stays out there and how he survives.
Yeah. I like the nice play on time when they're going back and forth from either the recalling of the story and then him actually being interviewed or questioned
Yes.
at the facility.
Yes, yeah.
And your character, who do you play in the play?
I play Pie's sister,
Mhm.
so I'm mainly in the start of the play and kind of help to create the world of India and what Pie's life was like before the shipwreck,
Yeah.
what he had.
What's that like being able to display Indian culture within the play and just like yeah, just bringing that cultural awareness more to the people seeing the show every day?
Oh, it's lovely. Even just being in a sari, I was like, there's three of us in a sari, and when we first got in it, we were like, oh, sorry, sorry. Like, and also, how often do you see a sari on the West End? Like, it's just amazing. It's just been brilliant. Even when I watch the play and the soundtrack and the set of India, it really hit home, and it's made me miss it as well. I mean, it's mad though, because Pondicherry has been my WhatsApp background since I was 15. So for about 7 years, it's just been my background because I've always wanted to go after seeing Life of Pi, the film.
Uh-huh.
And now after being in the show, I think just talking about and being surrounded by Indian culture, I think I'm gonna go back after the show's over and just go and explore India a bit more.
When's the last time you were there?
August 2019, so just before COVID.
Okay. Okay.
But we used to go like once a year. I used to go to Bombay once a year and explore it all and visit family and stuff. But COVID's kind of made stuff a bit difficult. But I think I'm going to go back start of next year.
Yeah. For everyone listening that hasn't either seen the movie or your play, what are some cultural highlights that the play kind of displays for the audience that maybe they weren't aware of? I know there's even some playful touching of like religion and how
Mhm.
things like that. So, what do you think is a couple focal points that people are educated on when they go see the show?
Hmm. Well, there's a couple of references to some food.
I feel like I'm quizzing you, but I'm not. I
No,
promise.
no, no. It's hard because I don't want to give too much away as well. So I'm like trying to
Uh,
filter out what information.
Understood. Gotcha.
It's quite it's quite nice because we show a very modern India and how I don't know, it's like how many people in India would own a zoo? Do you know what I mean? So it's a very modern. So I'm trying to think. There's some references to food. Actually, there's a lot of references to food.
Mhm.
Um uh
What's your favorite Indian cuisine? What's your favorite dish?
dish, a dosa. Have you had that?
No.
It's so good. A dosa and sambar. Yeah, they actually refer to sambar in the show, but it's a South Indian dish. It's amazing. It's like how do I explain it? It's like a spicy lentil curry dip thing,
Okay.
but I do recommend.
Are there
Or a
any
biryani. I love a biryani.
Are there any good spots, Indian spots in London that you like to go eat?
Yes, yeah, there's a place called India Club along the Strand. My dad took me there for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it's amazing.
Okay.
It's so good.
Are,
Um, affordable as well. And even the like the walls and everything, it looks like you're in India. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's been around since like the 50s, I think, as well.
mm,
India. There's Dishum, which is really close by the theatre in Leicester Square. There's Saravana Bhavan. That's a really good South Indian place. But I like India Club. That's my favorite one. I've
nice.
been there.
Um, with the show being so physical for the puppeteers and people that aren't puppeteers, like during the shipwreck scene. There's a lot going on. What's like backstage look like during pre-show, getting ready? Is everyone very diligent about warming up their bodies, or how's that prep going for this style of show?
Oh yeah, massively. Like we have a workout before every show that we do just to get ourselves warm, and then after that there's a vocal warm up, and then after that we do safety. So we do all of the lifts, all of the fights, and there's, I mean, you've seen it, there's so many lifts and so many physical stuff that we have to go through. And I think especially, so we just warm up a lot, and there's a lot of prep that goes on before the show,
Mm.
before every show. You look around and you see people with like the rollers, massage rollers, just like easing out their legs or whatever. Or but it's really important, especially because it's on a rake, the
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
So we have to also take care of our bodies for that. And um, yeah, it's the zoo sequence at the start of the play, that that is nuts. Like behind the scenes of that is just crazy because there's so much going on. There's so many transitions
Hmm.
that on stage it looks so nice and like calm, but backstage it's like change costume change. Like this, the first on opening night, it was so funny just seeing the difference between the two, because you'd be like costume walk, calm, calm, calm. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
What what's the size of your wings like off stage? Is it pretty tight back there?
No, no, it's not tight at all. I think because they have to fit in all the puppets and everything, it's quite spacious.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah,
Tip
yeah.
Typically on Broadway, it's like just as jam packed and crammed as can be. So that's
Really?
nice. That's nice.
Yeah, because then you have to like move the fences off stage, and there's so many props and so many animals that they kind of has to be quite
Yeah.
spacious.
What's the pre-show workout that you mentioned? What do you all do before the show?
It depends. It depends who's leading the workout. So if it's Rom, our associate, um, it'll be like quite intense yoga, like
Uh-huh.
power yoga. Sometimes she makes us like jog around the theater as a group, which is fun. Do laps around the theater. Um, and then if it's Tom, our other associate, those workouts are like hardcore. It's just loads and loads of press ups and mountain climbers, and yeah, it's a lot. But I can feel my body getting so much stronger, and it's so important as well. Like stamina is so important for that show, because even like even if you're not high, it's so physical for everyone. Like all the puppetry that we do once, we're not needed anymore as our characters is a lot. So
Yeah.
and also to maintain that for, I mean, how long is the run? Like 4.5 months. To maintain that is, we have to take a lot of care.
Yeah. Okay, so when you're not playing Pie's sister, what puppets are you a part of?
Well, I do a dead fish, which is fun. There's a bit of a ration box puppetry that I do. There's uh, what else? A bucket. We do a lot of detritus, so like all the stuff that's moving around
In the water, yeah.
in the water. Yeah. There's a fair amount. Yeah, there's bit of the umbrellas as well, because the professional puppeteers do like the big puppets,
Right,
and they're
right.
insane. They're so good. We are, us actors just watch in awe sometimes back in the wings, just like how it looks so real. I mean, I even overheard someone say once on the tannoy, like an audience member say, "Oh, I think all of the puppets are mechanic, apart from the tiger," like because it just looks so. They just think it looks so real, and it's
Right, right. What was
amazing.
that like during the rehearsal process? Did any cast members from the original cast, do you have a good amount of original castmates still a part of the production? The reason I ask is when you first started rehearsing, when you joined the show in August, were you watching all of this for the first time with that same sense of awe like the audience does every night?
Yeah, I'd
Like,
say so.
did you were when you read the script, or maybe before you had seen the show, like, did you think to yourself, how's this gonna work? Like, how are they gonna pull this off?
I think, well, I saw the show before I even like, well, no, I saw the show before rehearsals had started, so
Yeah.
I knew what to expect. But
Mhm.
in terms of how many, the main Pi Nuan, he was the original alternate Pi, so he's been on from the start.
Yeah, he was fabulous.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. But but it's still that same level of awe from the wings where you just watch him do like the maddest things physically and just like, wow, like it's so inspiring to see. And how also the puppeteers like Richard Parker, how they interact with him, and how each puppeteer does things differently as well.
Mm.
It's just so interesting to watch. Same level of awe, I'd say.
Yeah,
The puppeteers have just an insane amount of dedication and discipline, which I know that us as actors, we all find incredibly inspiring to see.
cool. All right, last like serious question, and then we'll have a little bit of fun, and then I'll let you go.
Mhm.
So, just coming out of school, being young, joining the cast, making your West End debut, what's something you've learned or grew in, either as a performer or just as a person in general? What's one thing that
Oh,
you
that's a
feel
good
like
question.
you've made great strides in?
That's a really good question. Um, my belief in myself, I'd say, because um, I'm 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 cover Pi, so I have to learn all of Pi's bits as well. And physically, for myself, I didn't realize I could do some of Pi's movements and interactions,
Mm,
and I've surprised myself with that.
yeah,
And if ever I have, a mistake or something doesn't go well, I remind myself I'm able to like push through it, if
yeah.
that makes sense, because I know that I've surprised myself before, so I could surprise myself again.
Wow, so you cover the role of Pi.
Yeah. I'm actually due to go on Sunday as Pi, which is kind of, yeah.
Amazing. How do you feel? You feel ready?
Yeah, I think so. I'm really, really excited.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
great. That's so cool.
yeah,
Wow. I mean, it'll be the same show, but it's gonna be a very different show at the same time, you know?
yeah. So when I'm Pi, alternate Pi, Chirag, he plays my older brother.
Yeah,
So we swap roles basically.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And there's a whole different gender swapped script as well. Um, yeah.
Okay, great. We just fell into some wait, let's zoom in on that.
Yeah, of course.
Tell us a little bit more about that. That's so interesting.
About,
The gender swap script.
yeah, well, there's certain aspects in the script, like in the original script. So Pi says, "Yeah, Richard Parker, yeah, I'm the alpha male," or "I'm the alpha."
Mhm.
And in the gender swapped, I say, "I'm the alpha female."
Mm,
Um, there's there's references as well to Pi being a son, and
sure,
orange juices. The orangutan has a son as well, and that's all been cut. But there is some things that completely change it when Pi is a woman.
yeah,
So like I'd say Pi's relationship with the cook is different.
sure.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Even the relationship between having an older sister and a younger brother, like that sibling relationship is completely different to a younger sister and an older brother.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Seeing you stand up, face off against the tiger
Yeah.
with that pivotal moment of you saying like you're the boss. Oh, I should book a last second flight. Try to get up there for some.
You should. It'll be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait. And it's gonna be my mum's birthday as well on Sunday. So she's
Oh,
very happy. She's like, it's a great birthday treat for her.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Has there been a woman that has played the role yet, or are you going to be the first?
No, there was Payal, who was the original Rani. She played Pi as well. And I actually got I had the privilege of seeing her do it, and she was amazing.
Got
And
it.
it was just I think it's just Pi is just an amazing role for a South Asian. Like it's one of the best. I mean, Chirag said this. It's probably the best role written for a South Asian person.
Mm,
And there's a line in the script that says it's an astounding story of courage and determination. And I think to have a woman play that, I mean, seeing a South Asian woman, when I saw Payal do it, it, it was just I felt I felt so inspired and so like I don't know. I got really emotional watching it because I just thought it was brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, cool. Well, break a leg this Sunday. Really excited for you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll finish it out with a little bit more of getting to know you questions, but
Mhm.
silly, more fun ones.
Yep.
Uh, you have your song playlist. You're walking or you're commuting in any which way. What's a song that's always on it that you're just
Oh.
living to every
This is the first one that came to my head. It was Suspicious Minds, Elvis Presley. I don't know why. It's just such a good like upbeat song. Yeah, that's always on. That's always on
Amazing,
there.
amazing. If we were to try to find you in one restaurant in London, what's that restaurant gonna be? Where are you gonna be?
Nando's.
Nando's. Okay,
Have you been?
what style? What kind of
Pardon?
what kind of restaurant is it?
Have you
I
you've
didn't
never been?
I didn't go, no.
Oh my god. Next time.
I plan to come back in March.
Okay, go to Nando's because I love it there. It's amazing. It's like peri peri chicken,
Okay.
like Portuguese
Yeah,
food. Oh, it's so good. You should go.
okay. Okay, done. Um, let's go with outside of theater, you went to a couple of museums and poetry readings, things like that you're talking about. What's another extracurricular that you like to do, like a hobby of yours outside of theater?
Side of theatre. Does watching Gilmore Girls count?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. If you weren't a performer, what would you be?
A journalist.
In anything specific that you would focus on?
Broadcast journalism, I'd say.
Okay.
I went to well, I applied to do English at university, and I still want to I still want to do it at some point as a master's, I reckon.
Yeah?
Uh, yeah, I think it would be. I'd just love to be a interviewer or a presenter or something. I'd love it.
Oh, no, now I'm feeling pressure. Maybe we should have flipped this. Maybe we
Well,
should.
what's yours? What would yours be?
Oh, look at you. Mine, I think I would be a couple of things. One, I thought I would be a good sports broadcaster,
Oh,
like
cool.
someone who calls the game or like an analyst that breaks down the games before and after. Um, I would love to be a director. I studied directing in college, as well as musical theater, but a focus in directing. So yeah, I'll go with those two for now.
Is there a specific kind of directing?
Um, I would definitely stick to stage. I love more like smaller pieces. Actually, not to like be cliche, but similar to your play. That's very like plays with time and space,
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
with character people being multiple characters in short amount
yeah.
of time. Um, have you seen Come From Away
I
ever?
haven't, but I've heard amazing things about it.
I like that style of piece. But yeah, that
Mm.
that's kind of my vibe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Um, All right, I think that'll wrap it up. I'll let you maybe get to watching Gilmore Girls.
I love that show.
So appreciate you being on the podcast. Everyone that's listening, you can check out more about Tanvi in the description of this episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, you see her Instagram handle there. Make sure to give her a follow.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Joe.
All right, it was a pleasure. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right, everyone. Tanvi Virmani in the cast of Life of Pi. She'll be going on as Pi this Sunday. So check out the show. They're also on the gram, or go to the website and see what this amazing play is all about. Again, I'm Joe Roscoe. If you haven't tried a free trial yet of Built for the Stage, you can schedule that on our website, builtforthestage.com. And until the next one, actors or athletes, train like one.